Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to round 2 of episode 1 of Wrenched. We're back with a new set of items. The 3 competitors that remain, Rajascent, Mr. Flamegoat, and OG Aristotle, must use the following items. You can look in your chests. You need to use a furnace generator from Extra Utilities, an alchemical construct from Thaumcraft, an ender collector from Extra Utilities, and conveyor belts from Mine Factory Reloaded. 30 minutes is on the clock, and your time starts now. Slowpoke, would you be so kind to move them out of the room? I think OG Aristotle's in shock. He's like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
User was moved out of your channel.
Now, to clarify, they don't. When there's a stack of 16, they don't have to
User was
use
moved
16.
out of your channel.
Correct. They don't have to use all 16.
User was moved out of your channel.
Once everybody's out, I'll tell you why there's 16 of those.
Okay, yeah, good.
No, there's somebody left. Oh, Tommaso. That's right. Okay.
Tommaso.
So the reason I did 16 is you actually typically need to use 2 of those at a time. So I didn't want to give them one and then have to craft the other one.
So this might have been a better question to ask a few minutes ago. Do they have all the research?
There is a Thaumcraft cheat research book in the AE system. So there's a Thaumonomicon that'll unlock everything.
Can you tell them that, maybe?
And there's a creative mode wand as well.
We covered that in the beginning. I don't know.
So, like, if you
So
have
just in
something
case you
drops
guys aren't
items.
aware, I just want to make sure you do know, there is a Thaumonomicon in the AE system that will give you all research, and there's a creative wand.
Okay.
So you should not have to worry about research.
Thank you.
And warp is disabled.
Channel switched.
I also want to announce for you guys, the judges, I just told them too, but warp is disabled on the server in the config, so they don't have to worry about warp effects, messing them up.
I hope.
Can you imagine like they're getting up here to judge and it's
Well,
not
let me be a little bit more accurate. I asked that the warp effects be disabled. Whether that happened or not is yet to be revealed.
we didn't actually test that.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm waiting
But
to
we'll
see
find
someone
out.
just like jumping off the map.
I'm just glad that if it isn't disabled, it's not my fault. That's all I count about.
Right. So as you guys may or may not know, Slowpoke has been hammering me. What is the alchemical construct? What's it do? He doesn't know anything about it.
No.
So Slowpoke, you know the crucible in Thaumcraft that lets you drop items into the water and get items out?
Yes.
It's how you make Nitor and Alumentum and pretty much all those other things.
Yes.
So that is one of the... It's a multi-block that you have to build, and that's one of the items that you need to accomplish that.
Okay, right.
Yep.
So they're going to have to
also-
build that multi-block, basically.
Correct. It's actually this one
Or-
right here. If you come over here and look.
Yeah, I think I know what you're on about now. Yeah.
Right.
It's this, yes.
Right.
So there's also another thing you make with those. You can make the advanced alchemical furnace, which basically allows them to melt things down near instantly,
Right.
which you can then put into like AE, put it into jars, whatever you want. But
Right.
that would probably be what I'd strive for.
Yeah, based on that, I think that's exactly what I do as well. This isn't going to be yet, and it's similar to like the last time. You're going to have some sort of processing feeding into the furnace, from the furnace into the furnace generator.
I mean, I don't think I gave them a Primordial Pearl, but I could.
You probably should put that in AE.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think they'd have time to build like a tree farm. Like a
So-
tree farm dropping onto the conveyor belt, and a collector picking up off the clay belt. That'll work, won't it? And then feeding into a furnace, and then feeding into the furnace.
Depending
So
on
the,
the type of...
Channel switched.
Just so you guys know, in case you looked for it and wasn't there before, I just added Primordial Pearls to the AE system, in case you want to use them for anything. It's totally optional, of course.
Hint, hint.
I mean, not necessarily, but there's multiple ways to use the item I gave you, and I realized that if you wanted to use it one of the ways, you didn't have the ability to do so.
The collector, anything.
Yeah.
So
well,
what do you guys
okay.
think? What would you make with this?
Like I said, that's what I think I'd do. I'd have some kind of like tree farm. I mean, it doesn't have to be like someone's is like the perfect way. I'd have some sort of tree farm, dropping coal onto the conveyor belt, or charcoal onto the conveyor belt, and the ender collector picking it up,
Right.
pushing it through your furnace, and then feeding that into the furnace generator, I guess.
Right.
I don't
So
know,
the only
something like
trick with the alchemical construct is you also have to feed it Essentia. So I'm doing that automatically with the Essentia provider on the platforms, but
okay.
they don't have access to the AE system to do that.
So they have to do something else, yeah.
Right. I wonder what OG Aristotle's doing. Is he just placing them in the world? Like, what is he doing?
Decorative?
I mean, I don't think that counts as
Does that
functionality.
How did he place? Yeah, he placed all 16.
Is there anybody in the rules that say that the items have to be functional?
I mean, I think
It's
it would
more
count
weighted.
against their functionality score,
Yeah.
right? Like, you know, if you just
But
place
if
the
I
items on the
decide
ground,
to
like
use
anybody
it
can
as
do that. All right, I
decoration,
placed
is
all
that-
4. 30 seconds later, I'm done.
Unless he made a machine to duplicate these specific blocks.
Channel switched.
In case there's any confusion, you do not have to use all 16 of the alchemical constructs.
Okay.
You don't have to. I just gave you, because most things that they're used for need more than one, so I just gave you a bunch. You don't have to use all 16. The same for the conveyor belts. You don't have to use all 64. You just have to use at least one somewhere.
Sense would be either you're making something or you're breaking something down with these specific blocks.
Right.
You're pretty much limited to what you can do. But
Right. Yeah,
should be
like
where it
it's
has the-
definitely pushing you in a Thaumcraft direction, right? Obviously, because there's a Thaumcraft item in there. But what you do with the other things. Now, Soren, have you ever tested? Do you think that an Ender Collector could place items onto a conveyor belt directly?
not unless they're in inventory.
I think they are, aren't they?
I mean, I could test, but
No, you don't have to. It's actually something I considered, but I'm not 100% sure if they are, right? So,
I'd like to point out that this is the second time in a row that OG Aristotle just immediately do.
all right, guys. So it looks like Rajasent's probably one of the first ones who actually got his alchemical construct set up properly, and he's got the alchemical furnace thingy going. So,
do you want to put on your hat?
What's that?
You want to put on your hat?
I mean, no.
That thing
okay.
suspiciously
They
looks
can know that I'm
like
looking at them.
a 1950s sci-fi robot.
Yeah.
Danger Will Robinson.
So the one thing I'll notice about OG Aristotle is I don't know if he knows what alchemical constructs do, because he just placed them in world as decorative blocks. So that's
He-
definitely going to hurt him on his functionality score. I think he's trying really hard to make it look design good and like
Yeah.
aesthetic appearance, because I think he's trying to compensate for the fact that he's just placing one of the blocks I gave him in the world as a decorative thing.
Because he's like me, didn't have a clue.
Yeah, do you want to pull Raj in and see what his thoughts are?
Can we do that now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
User was moved to
Hey,
your
Raj.
channel.
Hey.
Hey, we wanted to see what you're thinking and how you're liking it.
Okay. So this took me a minute, but I figured out that I can make Alimentum and put it in this furnace.
right.
So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna power a furnace with Alimentum. There you
That
go.
sounds like a pretty smart idea.
Yeah, it'll work, I think.
I definitely like your use of conveyor belts for the alchemical construct spitting the items into the world.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
Yeah, I think that looks good. All right, Slow, let's get Mr. Flamegoat in and see what he's thinking, because he is
Okay.
probably struggling again because, you know.
Yeah. So let's pull.
User was moved
And
to
while
your
Raj is
channel.
out, it does sound like Raj has an idea that I've heard before today.
Yeah,
Like, that's literally exactly what you said.
that's probably what I would do, is I would use
Yeah.
it to make Alimentum to power the furnace that I gave them.
There you
You know,
go.
I won't lie, when I make these items up, I kind of have an idea of how I would take the approach, and I'm hoping that they come up with something more creative than that. But,
Okay.
you know, if the design and, you know, functionality is good, then that's definitely 2 out of the 3 categories that are good for them, right? So,
Yeah. Should we pull Mr. Flamegoat in?
yeah, let's take him in and see what he's thinking.
User was moved to your channel.
Flamegoat,
Yeah.
what are you,
Yeah.
how do you, I know I gave you another magic-based item, I'm sorry.
Wait. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's okay. You know what? Like I was telling the other guys, I have opted for having fun with this and saying I am not going to be bound by your rules.
Fair enough.
Oh god.
Based on what we've seen of Aristotle, he's not being bound by
Anarchy.
my rules either. So let's go see what he's up to, because I am dying to find out why he has just placed his alchemical constructs in the world. Like, I need to know this now.
Okay.
User was moved out of your channel. User was
And
moved to your
OG's
channel.
here now.
Hey, OG. So we're all dying to know what your thought process is here.
Make something interesting to distract from the fact that I don't know what half these items do.
I mean,
Called it.
yeah, that's kind of what we all thought.
So I will say, you have a massive conveyor belts because now this is like the best monorail to a central point.
It's
I know,
the
right?
perfect platform for crashing the server, isn't it, Soren?
Yeah!
Soren's good
Here,
about
here,
crashing
how many ender
servers.
collectors do you have? You can place like, what, 20? Yeah. You'd lose all 20, but I mean...
Fair enough. All right, let's come back. I'm going to give them a 15-minute warning in a minute here, but you can go ahead and let OG back. Competitors, just a heads up, half of your time has elapsed. You have 15 minutes remaining to complete your builds. Everybody panic.
A little bit.
All panicking.
I have no idea how some of this stuff works, so.
Fair enough.
Channel switched.
I just gave them their 15-minute warning, guys.
Yeah.
User joined your channel.
So we are past the 10-minute mark, guys. So you've got less than 10 minutes to get your builds completed.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Channel
We're
switched.
currently in the second round.
Okay.
One person has been eliminated.
I'm recording again, guys, just so you know. And I'm definitely liking Raj's build. It's very cohesive and good. But he's got about 10 minutes left, so pretty much it's fully functional at this point, and he's used all the items we gave him. But now it's about how creative can he be with his remaining 10 minutes, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I think if he just sits on his hands and says, I'm done, then we have some critiques we can make, right? Like, he could have improved this. But if he spends those 10 minutes wisely, I think, you know, he's clearly doing well at this point. Flame Goat, actually, believe it or not,
He's getting there now.
he figured out how the alchemical construct works and what to do with it. So as much as he was not a magic mod user and he was not a clear winner for this round, he's picked up and managed to figure out what he has to do. So that's good.
And this is why, like, judging now is probably never a good idea, but...
No. Like, there's 10 minutes left. A lot can happen in 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But OG's not even trying, which is kind of a problem.
Right. Like, if he spent 2 minutes looking through the Thaumonomicon, he could figure out what these alchemical constructs do. Like, the picture in the Thaumonomicon on this chapter, I think, has a picture of that.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, we
I'm
could sit
more
here and try
curious.
to make this exciting, but...
We'll see.
I'm more curious.
We'll come back
I mean,
in
there's
8.5 minutes. All right, guys, you've got 5 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, everybody, stop. Stop building. No more moving. Come on up to the platform for the
So
judging.
concerning.
I'm trying to.
All right, guys, we are back for the judging round. Judges, I guess contestants first. What did you think as we walk over to the green platform?
It was a tricky one. But once I got it solved, it went pretty quick actually this time.
Nice.
I think we all learned something from this.
All right, well,
Yes,
OG, you
I
are up
definitely
first, so
did,
why don't you
OG.
walk us through your build?
I'd like to introduce the most efficient way to fuel a furnace generator that has ever been devised by man.
That's the most efficient way?
Yes, the
glorious.
most, actually.
And
It is
now.
impossible to be more compact than this.
Can I ask a question then about your most efficient system?
Sure.
Why is the beginning of it off? Like,
Because
I didn't figure that one out.
Obviously, because redstone.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh!
I blanked on the comparator. I was trying to have the comparator on the hopper from the ender collector. Trying to have the comparator turn it off once the hopper is full, so that it only puts out more coal once when the hopper is not full. So when stuff is moving into the generator. But I couldn't figure out how to do that.
Gotcha. All right, judges, any comments before we switch over to the next platform?
Well, I mean, I have to give him credit for his tenacity. Like, he clearly didn't really understand the alchemical construct, which I wouldn't have either, honestly. I don't know what it is. But he didn't hesitate. Like, he didn't let that stop him from doing a build, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's like, fine, it's a decorative block, we're doing this, and he just immediately started building. So, I mean, that's the heart of a competitor right there. So I have
And I appreciate he put some thought into the decorative side of it. Try and compensate from the...
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the purple platform. Raj, you're up. All right, guys, we're back, and this is Raj's build on the purple platform. Raj, what did you make?
Okay, I made a alchemical construct. Is that what the thing is called in the middle? Yeah.
Yep, alchemical
Okay.
furnace, yep.
All right, so you make the construct, which does the things that you would normally throw into a crucible. All right, so basically the way that this works is you throw in some coal at the top in the hopper, and that will go through the construct. It will spit it out onto the conveyor belt as aluminium, as I think I'm saying that right. Goes into the furnace, which provides us power. Yay!
Oh, I use the leadstone energy
Very cool.
cell?
Okay, judges?
But I'm going to say what Direwolf said. That you lose points here big time because you didn't make this self-sustaining. Like, instead of having a leadstone energy cell here, you could have been making coal to feed back into the top here. But you just slacked out. You're a slacker. Like,
Don't feel
that's
bad. You can
what we
lose
feel
all of the
like.
points and
You-
still
you
win.
Half a build. Like,
So I'm gonna go like reverse of that. I like the fact that there's an input, like a strict input, and then a strict output. Simple. You put this anywhere, and you know what to do with CPW strips.
Right. Very good.
I'm so
Okay.
glad you guys enjoyed my build over here.
Yeah, I believe you, Flamegoat. So let's go check out Flamegoat's actual build now.
Oh,
No, I
nothing.
did 25, thank you.
All right, guys, let's take a look at Flamegoat's build. Flamegoat, what did you make?
I made nothing. Like,
Yes, you. My favorite part of the build is this.
so yeah. So I had 0 ideas. So this is my simulated tree farm,
Fair enough.
and you put like logs in there that get picked
Okay.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then
things are supposed to happen, but this guy is picking them back up. So this is my really advanced, super amazing, always goes into the same chest log.
Fair enough.
I have a question. I have a question. So, we saw you build the alchemical furnace thing, or whatever it's called, like twice, and then break it twice, and then you didn't end up making it again. What was happening there?
So every time I built it, I forgot what it did. So I built it. I built it. I remembered what it did, and then I forgot what it did, so I tore it down, and then I rebuilt it when I remembered. But somewhere along the line, I forgot again.
Fair enough.
If we were in front of the live audience, I would be asking them to give you applause right now. That is just glorious.
oh, we are. Everybody should be applauding that. Like,
Does anybody have like a
Let's
slow
get
clap,
some
you know?
clapping.
So just to be clear, you did not place down alchemical constructs anywhere in this.
no.
No, I did
Not
not.
the end
No.
result, no.
Okay, sounds good, judges. I think we have some deliberating to do.
I don't think
Okay.
so. I think
All right, judges. So what are your thoughts?
You want to go again?
I can start again if you want. I don't want.
Sure, yeah.
I'm actually not. Raj obviously wins again.
Correct.
There's no issue
Yeah.
about that.
I feel like we should be like making it tense and like it's a close thing. And
Well, to be fair, we're judging who
It
gets
is.
wrenched, right?
So
So
I'm gonna say this. I don't
Right.
think like I know you guys think that this is clear cut. Flame Goat should go. I'm not sure it should be that clear cut.
Neither build works, so that's what I'm like stuck at.
Neither one of them works. Flame Goat at least had some understanding of making the alchemic construct in the first place, where OG had none. Like he literally had no clue.
right, and to be fair, Flamegoat did try to figure out what to do with it, and OG just put his hands up and said, "I'm going to place him in the world and not
Yeah,
use them."
he just gave up. And
Right,
like,
and I mean, 5 minutes worth of research, he could have figured out what to do with them, right? So just putting that out there because I'm not a judge. I'm just commenting.
Which
So,
is the
so my
bigger
problem is,
profile?
my problem is, I feel like we may feel like we should go to OG because he's just put more blocks down and it looks prettier.
So
Whereas-
I'm gonna go with OG for the simple fact that we just crashed the server for something that he nearly made here.
You mean Flamegoat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it? I mean,
I'm gonna go with like we're Flame Goat wrenched out. Just
so you're gonna say get rid of Flame Goat, yeah?
Right. I mean, if we
Yes.
cut everybody who crashed the server, you'd be gone a long time ago, Soren.
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying what we crashed it with.
The last
So-
houses, Soren.
So
The
can I
last
ask a
houses.
question? Because you're the technical guy here. This thing that Flame Goat had, if he'd have carried on building and remembered what the alchemic construct did, would this then work?
I'm not sure where the endpoint would be. I guess the furnace, but he'd still have quite a few things to build.
But he's got the idea right.
Maybe. I guess we're going to deliberate a little bit more, and we will be back for the wrenching. All right, everybody, we're back for the wrenching round. Judges, I think Soren should be. Or, you know, I'm going to make Bacon break the news.
All right. He's picking me because I agonized over this. The clear winner was Raj. I think nobody would argue with that.
Thank you.
We had kind of a heated debate actually about who should be chopped. In the end, it came down to me. Sorry, and the one wrenched is Flame Goat.
No, Bacon, how could you do this to me?
Sorry, Mr. Flame Goat, but you have been wrenched, as mentioned.
I don't feel good about it. You should all, as an apology, I'm going to tell all of my live viewers to go to twitch.tv/flamegoat and hit the follow button.
There you go.
There you
Okay,
go. That's
guys.
good.
So apologies, Mr. Flame Goat, but you have been wrenched.
Can I say thank you to everybody in chat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, there was a lot of people with hashtag Team Flame Goat. OG had a lot more creativity, so I think I feel good about it. So
I can tell you,
enough.
this was not unanimous, Flame Goat.
Yeah, there was a heated debate. There really was. We had about 20 minutes
so
worth of
Nikki
debate.
is sitting about 3 feet away from me, and she was sitting over there just huffing and puffing and leaning back and forth the whole time. But she didn't relay anything to me, so.
It was
Fair enough.
hard for me.
So we
But
will be back in a
ultimately,
minute with round 3.